I was skeptical about this one. I mean, I've tried a few e-bike conversion kits before, and most of them either felt clunky or just didn't have the power to make a real difference. So when I first heard about the Bafang BBS01B kit, I thought, another overhyped motor that's going to weigh my bike down and drain my wallet. But after a couple of weeks of riding it, I have to say, it changed my mind completely. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really sold me was how smoothly it integrated into my daily routine. I've got an old mountain bike that I love, but the hills around here? Brutal. Before this kit, I'd show up to work drenched in sweat, and my legs would be screaming. Now, I just flick on the pedal assist, and it's like someone hit the easy button. The Bafang BBS01B is a mid-drive motor, which means it's mounted right where your pedals are. That placement gives you a natural, balanced ride, no weird weight distribution or wobbling. Plus, it's got that 250W power output, which is perfect for keeping up with traffic without needing a license in most places. The display that comes with it is another game changer. It's the Bafang C965, and it's got this 3.5-inch screen that's super clear, even in bright sunlight. You get 9 levels of pedal assistance, so you can dial it in based on how tired you're feeling or how steep the hill is. There's also an auto mode that adjusts the power based on your pedaling speed, which is surprisingly intuitive. I found myself using level 3 or 4 most of the time, enough to take the edge off without making it feel like I wasn't doing any work at all. One of the things I was worried about was the installation. I'm not exactly a bike mechanic, but the kit comes with all the tools you need, and the instructions are pretty straightforward. It took me about 2 hours to get it all set up, and that included a few YouTube tutorials and a couple of pauses to double-check things. The motor fits bikes with a 34 to 36 mm bottom bracket, which covers a ton of standard frames. I tested it on my old Trek hardtail, and it worked like a charm. The only hiccup was making sure the chain tension was right after installing the motor, but that's a minor tweak. The battery is a 36V15Ah unit, and it's removable, which is a huge plus. I can charge it overnight and have about 30 to 40 miles of range depending on the terrain and how much I'm using the assist. That's more than enough for my commute and some weekend rides. The bracket it comes with is sturdy, and it doesn't feel like it's going to flop around while you're pedaling. Plus, since it's mounted low on the down tube, it keeps the bike's center of gravity nice and balanced. I also love that this kit includes everything you need: motor, display, speed sensor, throttle, crank, and brakes. No piecing together random parts or hoping they'll work together. The throttle is especially handy for those moments when you just want a quick burst of power, like pulling away from a stoplight or tackling a short but steep climb. And the brakes that come with it are hydraulic disc brakes, which give you way more stopping power than rim brakes. That's a big safety upgrade, especially if you're riding in the city where you've got to stop suddenly sometimes. Now, it's not perfect. The motor is a bit noisy. It's got that characteristic whirring sound that mid-drive motors make, so if you're looking for a silent ride, this isn't it. It's also pretty heavy, which makes sense given the battery and motor, but it's noticeable when you're lifting the bike onto a rack or carrying it upstairs. And while the range is solid, if you're planning on long rides or live in a hilly area, you might want to consider an extra battery. Overall, though, I'm really happy with this kit. It turned my old bike into something I actually look forward to riding again. Whether you're commuting, running errands, or just exploring, the Bafang BBS01B gives you that extra boost without breaking the bank or making your bike feel like a toy. If you've been on the fence about converting your bike, this is one of the better kits out there. Check it out using the link below if you want to see the details for yourself.